Morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Marty Hoofer, Digital Content Manager with Keep Indiana Learning, and I have with me today Jessica Chow from Xello. So I'm going to let Jessica introduce herself with her title formally, but we are excited to share Xello with you as they are partners and friends of Keep Indiana Learning. So Jessica, take it away.
Thank you, Marty. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. First and foremost, I wanted to introduce myself to everybody. My name is Jessica, and I'm the education consultant for Xello in Indiana. A little bit about me, I've actually been at this organization now for 4 years and counting, so time certainly flies, and I've specifically been assisting Indiana for 2.5 years now, I think closer to 3 years. So definitely a very exciting state, and I've learned so much about all your different priorities, so I'm really excited to be presenting with you today. And then a little bit of a fun fact as well about me, maybe you'll remember me by, but I'm an avid traveler, love traveling. I've been to over 25 countries and counting. And now I'm hoping one day that I can come down to Indiana to also visit some of you in person at some conferences as well to meet face to face. So today I will be sharing with you a little bit about Xello and how we are supporting districts in Indiana. So before I dive into the details, just wanted to share with you a quick video that kind of highlights our vision as well as how we are dedicated to our clients. So with that being said, Marty is going to share her screen to play the video.
Student engagement is critical in college and career exploration. In order for them to be able to make informed decisions, of course, they have to be engaged in a program that's going to have them come back and learn more.
Jessica, I shared the wrong one, didn't I?
It's okay. Yeah, we can do the first one and then. Yeah.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Engaged student is a successful student. It's as simple as that. You've got some kids saying, I know where I'm going, just show me how to get there. And then you have students who don't think there's anywhere for them to go. You have to be able to support both of those students and everybody in between. Get them to take a real look at themselves and see what that means for their future. When you say to students, to any student, your life is not a one-size-fits-all thing. Let's take a look at who you are and how you learn and what interests you and figure out where that can take you. And let's map out how you can get there. You're giving these kids a real reason to care. They see just how much possibility is out there. That's when the switch flips and a student realizes they have a hand in their own destiny. And that changes how a student's going to view school and learning and their whole story. There is a difference in test scores, in attendance. It's this positive culture around academics, proof you can point to and say, these kids have the confidence to tackle the next step, whatever that might be. What happens when students are investing in themselves, it's remarkable.
Thank you very much, Marty. Perfect. So with that being said, I'm just going to flip over to the next slide. Let me just. So as you can see with our platform, we are very dedicated to make sure that we are designed to support students in Indiana. So whether you work on the counseling side, CTE, or you're an administrator, we make sure that all of your students' needs are being met through meaningful career development and planning. As well, we have a 4-year course planning option as well that really gives your students the ability to pick their courses for the next 4 years and to most importantly make sure that all your students are on track to graduate. And as counselors, as administrators, you'll have the chance to actually see that And we really believe in that beginning to end type of support, everything from exploration all the way to even college readiness and application tracking in terms of college application tools. And most importantly, it's not just about going to post-secondary education, but making sure that your students graduate with all the employability skills that are demanded now by people in the workforce. And we also, of course, support all types of graduation plan creation and tracking, including the Indiana graduation plan, the 3 buckets, the profile of an Indiana graduate. Our reports are also meant to really help you make sure that your district is set up for success. So how we do this is a little bit different than some vendors that you might be familiar with. If some of you are also familiar with a platform called Career Cruising, that's actually what we used to be several years ago. We've been around for 25 years. But what happened was, 6 years ago, we actually found a big drop in terms of student engagement with college and career planning. And so we went back to the drawing board. We did some research into our platform, as well as some other platforms out there. And we often found that a lot of these college and career planning platforms really focuses on the check boxes. For instance, making sure that students do the assessments, check. Making sure that they're on track to graduate, check. But when it comes to really finding that meaningful exploration experience to make sure that students are actually in the right CTE programs, as well as picking the right pathways, we needed to make a platform that would entice them to log on more often. So that's how we created our new platform called Xello. We've actually launched almost 4 years ago now, and everything is very student-centered. So every aspect of our platform, from K through 12, has actually gone through user testing by students in these specific age groups to make sure that they actually want to use the platform and that they're finding the information to be very relevant to them. So this here is just a little bit of a snapshot in terms of the adoption rates that we have seen ever since districts transitioned over to Xello in comparison to their previous platforms. We actually saw a 300% more login rate with our platform, which can really speak volumes because as educators, you want to make sure that you're investing your time and money into a platform that will actually get more engagement and student usage. Because of our current information on careers and colleges, we also found that 20% of these logins were happening outside of school hours, after school, over the summer break, or even over the weekends as well. And because of these use cases, we actually find that our platform is utilized 14 times more than the average education software. So how does this apply specifically to Indiana districts? Well, we actually conducted a survey several weeks ago, and where we asked, several administrators along with educators around Indiana to really talk about, what are your top priorities that you face at your district when it comes to investing in a platform, whether it's time or your money. And we actually found that these are the 4 top priorities: user friendliness, seamless data integration with your student information system, meaningful reports, as well as access to strong customer support. So number 1, I'm here to talk to you about just how we target these top 4 priorities with efficiency. Our entire platforms from 6 through 12 has gone through that user testing with students as well as educators to make sure that the interface is very easy to understand, easy to access. And for all of your students, it's actually all written at a grade 6 reading level from 6 through 12, meaning that even all your students in special education, perhaps other language barriers, will have equitable access to our platform. We're also professionally translated into Spanish as well, with just a simple click of a button. And our entire platform is constantly being updated with very unique images to make sure that students are seeing pictures that really resonate with them rather than information or photos that are very outdated. In addition to user-friendliness as well as accessibility, we also are a K through 5 platform as well. So with our elementary platform, everything again applies. You know, we have an appropriate reading level for it. It's all gone through user testing, and we have very age-appropriate content for elementary students to start to introduce them to thinking about careers, but also thinking about some meaningful life skills that will really help them be successful in the future. Now, in addition to the user-friendliness, we also know that technology really matters. User-friendliness and technology really goes hand in hand. You know, we meet all the federal guidelines around accessibility, regardless of ability. So we've even taken into account students who are colorblind. Our platform's also compatible with screen reader and various other technologies that you might have to assist students to access their education, such as screen reader, for example. Second is that we fully integrate with all your student information systems. So that includes Skyward, Harmony, PowerSchool. We integrate with all of these student information systems so that you will have access to the latest student information. And as well, if students ever leave your school or perhaps they enroll at your district, we will automatically archive and create new accounts for these students. So we take care of all of the administrative tasks for you. And this also applies to single sign-on as well. You know, I'm sure a lot of you are probably familiar with the experience of logging onto a platform, forgetting your password, and then it takes a lot of time to have to troubleshoot that. But we take care of that for you by setting up all of your accounts with single sign-on. And we are extremely responsive to various technology devices. So that includes the smartphones like iPhones, Androids, tablets like Chromebooks, iPads, as well as your laptops and desktops. So the idea of this is that your platform can be accessed anywhere at any time, which is very useful these days, especially since everyone has access to some type of mobile device. And this here is just a sneak peek into what that looks like. As you can see, so our platform has actually been designed to be compatible with various interfaces. If a student is logging on their smartphones or tablets, our entire platform actually changes into that appropriate display. So students don't ever have to go through any issues of having to, you know, zoom in on any icons. We've designed our platform to adapt to these various mobile devices to not only make it easier for your students to access, but also educators as well. Next, we always know that data is so important these days. It's so important, especially if you are a counselor or an administrator, when you want to pull in data to see even, you know, what the top career matches are of your students, how many students are on track to graduate, and if they are meeting all the academic requirements. We provide you with a variety of different easy-to-read reports to empower educators to feel as though you have full visibility into all of your students, and to also help you make those data-driven decisions to really drive that long-term improvement that you're looking for at your district. And most importantly, it's easy to understand and access. What you see here on the screen is just a snapshot into how an educator will access reports of all of their students from elementary all the way to high school. And most importantly, lastly, you know, we are very committed to your client success. So we provide you with unlimited access to customer support. We really see ourselves as that extension to your district. It's not just a platform that you implement and that's it, but you will always get access to customer support that is unlimited and part of your subscription cycle as well, to make it very simple and easy to access. We also provide you with seamless data integration with all of your student information systems, just to make sure that you have that cohesive experience, because when technology is working smoothly, you know, everyone will have access to the platform and you can focus your time on other areas that are more important. And we also provide you with personalized online and live support as well for teachers, parents, and students. So that also includes web trainings that we offer, as well as in-person training options as well that you can certainly also get from us, and we provide that for you. And finally, I'm sure a lot of you that are attending this or seeing this presentation right now come from districts of various sizes. Whether you are a small district that's only just 200 students or less, up to even students with, you know, 18 1,000 students, for example, we are very experienced in being able to really change the support to really align with your district goals based on how your district operates. And we also understand that, especially if you're moving from a different platform over to ours, our team is here to support you along the way to make sure that that change management runs smoothly, and any concerns around changing a platform and training will be handled effectively by our team, because you are equipped with a strong team that will support you along the way, including a dedicated success manager that holds monthly meetings with you to make sure that all of your needs are being met, all the way to a dedicated onboarding manager, as well as a training specialist as well, to make sure that you're getting the right technical support, but also the appropriate training for all of your stakeholders using the platform. And all of us at Xello really do work as a team to really make sure that we are all on the same page in terms of meeting the specific needs of all of our clients in Indiana. And lastly here, before I share a final video, I hope that a lot of you take away from this presentation is that, we are a platform that can really be that extension to your district to support you with any college and career planning initiatives or goals that you have in mind, especially if you're looking for something that's brand new, perhaps something that also can align with your elementary students all the way to high school. We're here to really support you. And these are just a list of some of our partners so far in the US that we partnered with. We do have this growing presence with Indiana right now, as you can see, with our partnerships with CIESC, MSD of Decatur. And we also had a lot of experience as well working at state levels. So being able to make sure that we meet the needs of the state as well as individual districts is something that we really focus on. So lastly, Marty's going to be sharing a final video. I think you may have seen a little bit of the beginning of that already, about just what some of our clients are seeing, because I'm sure it's very important that it's not just what I'm sharing with you on how we can support you, but as well to hear firsthand of how some clients are really finding our platform. So that being said, Marty, I think I'll let you share your screen, and you can, I think the final video is just the client testimonials. And it's the second clip at the bottom.
In order for them to be able to make informed decisions, of course, they have to be engaged in a program that's going to have them come back and learn more and more about each of the college and career readiness opportunities they have.
If students are not an active participant in making their choices, exploring careers, finding schools, it's not going to be successful for them in the long run.
Everything, Xello, the one thing that stood out to me was the ability for the students to be able to relate to the actual program itself.
Xello is a much more engaging application than what we've had before.
Using a platform like Xello allows students to access the information and resources wherever they are, whenever they need to, and whenever they want to.
Kids love it. They will just spend 45 minutes the entire class period just exploring in the platform.
It appealed to students. It was more like a social media page.
Xello has helped our student engagement by providing students online access to a platform where they're able to explore.
The team at Xello has been very supportive for us in terms of the initial setup, and then any questions that we have or issues that we have.
They are always willing to help via Skype and online.
It's not one of those disassociated relationships where it's all about me selling you your product and I'm walking away from you at the end of the day. No, I really feel like I'm a part of the Xello family because of the support that I have received from the team.
If you are considering adopting Xello in your school districts, I would tell you that it's a wonderful platform that engages all students at all levels.
I would say definitely consider Xello as your current college platform.
I think when adults are using that application and they do it for themselves, they find, oh, I wish I would have had this when I was a student so that I could have a better sense of how I would choose my career path.
Good grammar and spelling are
Thank you very much, Marty, for sharing that. So lastly, for any of you who are interested in learning more about our platform, I like to leave you with this last slide here, which includes my contact information, my email, as well as my extension as well. So feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to start a conversation with you and to really get to learn your district a bit more. So with that being said, thank you everyone for attending and for listening to my presentation. And thank you so much, Marty, for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
We're glad to have you today. Thank you for joining us today, Jessica. For those that joined, obviously you can reach out to Jessica. Also, this will be on YouTube later today or tomorrow on our Keep Indiana Learning YouTube channel, so you can watch it again, share it with your colleagues, and be in touch with Jessica. So thank you very much, Jessica. Have a great day.
No, you too. Bye, everybody.